Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Miss Phins Show. I am your host, Miss Phins. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. What's up, guys? Welcome to the AFC show. Much appreciated. Holy smackarooskies. Ooh, my goodness. My goodness. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, yeah, guys, obviously, I had to talk about this division. Too much happened in this division for us not to have a show this week about the AFC East. So let's go ahead and talk about it. You see the title. Jets, Dolphins, Pats all win. And the Bills get blown out. You know what I mean? By a unlikely person or team. I don't know why everybody, they forget any given Sunday, but hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. Because winners win and losers are bums. So like, all I can say. Oh my God. I'm having too much fun with this, guys. But welcome, welcome, welcome. Much appreciated, guys. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. We're going to go over what these wins actually mean in the division. And to be honest with you, could this be a turning change for some of these teams? Because there are some teams that they can make some waves. I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, they really could make some waves. Like, if they took care of certain things, they could make some waves. And perhaps could they be a dominant force again in the conference? Like, we're talking about things that could definitely happen. What's up, guys? Welcome, welcome. Hit that like button on your way in, guys. Hit that like button. Appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. But yeah, guys, that's where I'm at right now. That's personally where I'm at right now. I think it's very telling. Very telling. Good morning, Eddie. Welcome, welcome. JD the Great in the building. Welcome. Eddie says, I stand out on what I said about Mike, but very well deserved troll move by him. Hey, somebody had to do it. Somebody had to do it. So I don't mind us being the ones that does it. So because why? Why can't we be the one to enjoy this? You know what I mean? Why is it gotta be like Dolphins always gotta be the ones to have to, like, I don't know, be nice? Why do we have to be nice just because we're the Dolphins? Why can't we be mean? And I know it's out of character because Dolphins tend to be like super nice. But still, it's kind of boring. It's kind of annoying, actually, that we always got to be the nice team just because. But I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. I don't care what nobody says. I don't, because to me, that was epic. That was epic. Okay. I don't know what's going on with my background, but it's happening. It's happening. Hopefully, you guys can still hear me. Okay. Let me get it out the whole frame then. Get it out the. It's no, okay? It's a new toy. I don't know how to use it properly yet. We're getting there, okay? We're getting there. Maybe. Hello? Hello? That should be good. Hey. Okay. You guys can still hear me, right? Yeah. Well, they are kind of not. I don't know. You don't know who I'm going to say? Who might be a good team or not? Just because? I mean, there's some other teams that we could talk about. We could be talking about. I'm just kidding, guys. But yeah, we had some great games this week. let's talk about them real quick. Let me pull these puppies up for you and kind of tell you how they are in the division, but also too how this is gonna shape the AFC, because the AFC right now is 1,000% up for grabs. Anybody that wants to tell you that it isn't, they're probably not the team that's doing well. I mean, I'm just being honest. They're probably the team not doing well. So can't really take that with too much. My goodness. Sorry, guys. Everything's slowing down. I apologize. Why? Why is it looking so bad? Maybe I need to hold on. Bear with me, peeps. Yeah, you gotta go because you eating up too much of my stuff here. Oh man, now my whole computer's messed up. Hopefully, you guys can still hear me. Hopefully, y'all can still hear me. If you can still hear me, thank God. Hopefully, you can still hear me. Hello, my check 1 2 1 2. Okay, I think y'all can still hear me. I'm telling you, I've been dealing with none but issues. Mm. Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta fix this. Give me a second, guys. Let me get in here real quick. Okay. I don't even know if I should share my screen. This might not work out as well for me. Well, okay, so let's talk about it. Let me see if it'll let me pull it up now. Oh, Jesus. It's not. Yep. Hello? You should be able to hear me. So let me just stick to talking to y'all at least. We had three excellent games. Three excellent games from teams that you guys didn't even think that it could happen. Obviously, we already know Dolphins Bills game. That was pretty good. But there's some other games that were actually pretty good as well. Patriots, man, talk about getting a win. The Jets fighting it out, finding a way to win. That's what you want. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Maybe if I don't zoom, this might actually help. Because I'm zoomed into the gills. So maybe I need to like unzoom and maybe that might. So hold on. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Hey, show business. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta deal with it. And it sucks, but it is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing I can do about it. So I'm gonna put it here week 10. Uh there you go. That's one. I already got that one. And this one. So let's start out with the bottom feeding team. That'll be the Jets. The Jets still came out, guys. The Jets still did their thing. They came out and won this game. You got to give it up to the Jets. They never stopped. Never stopped, never stopping. Right now, Jets team wise, they could be better. I'll tell you that. They definitely could be better. But right now, being 2-7, they got their little win. You know what I mean? That's a good thing for us. Now let me see. Let me share this. Jets Brown. Let me know if y'all can see it. You should be able to see it. There you go. Okay. They beat the 2-7 Browns. They beat the 2-7 Browns. And I'm not gonna lie, it's a nice photo. But the Jets are actually, I don't know, they're figuring it out. And I hope they continue to win. Why is that? Because they're gonna continue to screw over their draft pick, and that's exactly what we want. Hey, I'm a Dolphin fan. I can't lie. This is how I feel. Just get touchdown return on kickoff and a punt and hold off to beat the Browns 27-20 for second win in a row. Have they turned a corner? Are they about to go on a little run? I mean, they're out of the playoff picture, but they can still make something happen. Jets made some franchise history in the span of 36 seconds. Then they held on the rest of the way for their second win in a row. I'm seeing a big trend on a lot of teams not scoring in the third quarter, man. That's not good for teams, period. But when the Jets needed it, they got bookend double-digit points in the first and fourth to beat the Browns. And the thing is, the Browns have a really good defense. They have the number one defense. And now, Jets were slightly favored at home, but by only one. It was pretty much an even game. Dylan Gabriel, 167, 17 of 32, and 2 touchdowns. Justin Fields, 6 for 11, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 54 yards. Needless to say, neither of these two players impacted their game. I'm just saying. But right here is where the game really was won. Breece Hall literally put this team on his back. 21 carries, 83 yards. Kept the ball moving. If it wasn't for that, man, these Bills would have struggled, because although the Browns can't put up points, but they can stop you from scoring. And Breece Hall had so many good runs that they actually ended up being able to get some point. It's ridiculous, but they figured out a way. Breece Hall also in the passing game. 1 reception, 1 touchdown, 42 yards. That's what you want to see. When you got somebody like that, I mean, Achane was way better than him, but is these young players, because he's still relatively young, he put the team on his back. And if it wasn't for Breece Hall, they don't win this game at all, not even close. They get blown out. Jared Jeudy, I'm not going to lie to you. I feel bad for Jared Jeudy. He went from an organization where he was doing pretty good to the Browns. But he still got 6 receptions, 1 touchdown, 78 yards. It's kind of sad. Just saying. Now, look at this. Jesus. When this is what's alarming. Not alarming, but it could be alarming. 169 total yards for the Jets. 54 of them, only 54, were the quarterbacks. He's a bridge quarterback at this point. They also had a turnover with that interception that Fields got. And even like the Jets should have never won this game. Even the first down, 23 for the Browns, 12 for the Jets. The and penalties that were pretty even though the Browns got 3 more penalties accepted and an extra 17 yards penalized. Third down, even the Browns converted more third down. In the red zone, even in the red zone, 1 of 2 for the Browns, 0 and 2 for the Jets. And the time of possession was in favor of the Browns. Jets should have never won this game, and yet they still found a way to win. How did they do that? Brees Hall. No, but the Jets are good people. Hey, what's up, Ron P? I don't know about the Jets being good people, but this is ridiculous. Oh my God. And you're right. Delusional. Thank you for reminding me. Out of the 54 passing yards that Justin Field got in this game, 42 of them came on one pass, and it was a screen. So realistically speaking, he legitimately only had 22 yards. No, I'm lying. 12 yards passing outside of that one touchdown pass. Wow. And I thought, sometimes what do you call it? Sometimes Tua could be a bum, you know what I mean? But there are levels to bumness, and holy smokes, Justin Field, oof. That's rough. Only 12 passing yards up to that point. That's alarming. That's alarming. Now in the standings, Cleveland is still at the bottom, 2-7. They're I believe in the top 5. Oh no, I don't believe. I know they're picking top 5. Let me think the Tankathon. Tankathon. Right now, Cleveland is slotted at 4th at 2-7. Jets are 5th at 2-7 in the Tankathon. This is crazy to me. They're not catching Pittsburgh. They're not catching Cincy. It's bad. And obviously the Jets, they're 2-7 in their own division. And they're gonna pick top 5. That's for sure. Make sure you come back tomorrow, G-Man. Shout out. Don't help your 24-0 Jets. I don't think it's gonna be a shutout. That's very hard to do in the NFL. Very hard to do. This was all at home, MetLife Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. I will be at MetLife Stadium this year. It's gonna be interesting to see, what happens. But hey, I'm looking forward to it. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, that Jets game was crazy to me. Honestly, what can you take away from this game? They still got a couple pieces for the Jets, but you see, they traded away their top two defensive players in Sauce Gardner and Quinn Williams, and guess what? They've won back-to-back games. Ugh. So maybe they got some future picks for the future, which is a good thing. You always want to get future picks for the future, right? They got them. It's been pretty good situation for the Jets so far. We'll see how that ends up being, obviously, overall. But you can't deny the fact that, hey, back-to-back wins. Maybe my prediction of them having, what did I predict before the season started? I had them 5-12. Maybe they might they're right on track to what I thought they would have, just wrong teams. I thought they'd beat the Cowboys. I thought they'd beat the Panthers, lost to both of them. I thought they would lose to Cincy and to Cleveland, and they beat both. So, hey, good on them. Good on the Jets. But they're right on track to what I think they did. I think the only other game, they're not beating the Patriots. Sorry, Ron. But I don't think you're gonna go scoreless. I think you'll put up like at least 10 points. Yeah, I think he'll put up at least 10 points. I don't think it's going to be one of these. Oh my gosh. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The Jets are about to play the Patriots, who are 2-7, on primetime tomorrow night, Thursday night football in Gillette Stadium. New England is favored by 13.5 points, over under 43.5. If you didn't catch it last night, Color and I, we definitely did our predictions. I had the Jets actually losing to this game, but I had it 35-13. I think it's gonna still be a bad win for the. I mean, a bad loss for the Jets, but I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think they're gonna go scoreless. I think they'll still put up points. Once I gave you all 13 points, guys. I'm serious. What are the sorry Dolphins going to pick at top 7? Mark my words. Oh, we'll see. Ron P, remember, we keep it PG, so let's keep that booty in the past, okay? It is what it is. I mean, it's not a good game for y'all. Don't be mad, dude. It's just still not a good game for y'all. That's all that means. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Go ahead and put it. I'm gonna put it up here. I'm gonna start a poll. You let me know what you think. Who wins? Jets, Patriots. So, because guess what? You've got um you got a lot of people who are gonna actually think otherwise. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen. Might as well do the Patriots next. We got the Patriots, who some would say skated the extra severely injured Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But guess what? They still found a way to win. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. 7 straight, 7. Somebody play the slot machine. 7. Patriots scored in every single quarter, and they got their touchdown. Bucks, they did their thing. Well, New England was injured too. I get it, but nothing like losing your top 3 offensive players, like what the Bucks have. So calm down, delusional. Okay, it was still a really good win. I'm not diminishing it. I'm just stating a fact. Right now at top of the AFC conference, ladies and gentlemen, the Patriots versus the Bucks. They go into Tampa Bay, take care of business, 28-23. It's a really good game. I mean, this is the type of game you want to see in football. Boom, draggy, back and forth. Holy smokes. I forgot to change this. There you go. Sorry about that, Patriots. Yeah. Now I will tell you this though. Drake May's getting hit a little too much. One thing I told you guys in the Patriots fields atmosphere, you need to protect your young quarterback. Y'all better do nothing but get linemen to protect your quarterback, because at the end of the day, that's gonna be your deciding factor whether y'all do something significant or not. That's it right there. So if you guys want to make sure that you have a decent run with him, you have to protect him. And the only way you do that is simple. You have to give him some protection because, like I said last year, he's doing good enough to be able to get you what you need, which is at the end of the day, good production, consistent production, and playing at a high level. So it is what it is. Guys, keep it nice. Be nice. Tampa Bay was favored at home with 2.2 and a half points. Over under was 48 and a half. I mean, it ended up being what 51-point game. Not bad at all. Definitely went over. But New England, man, they made it. They did their job. It was back and forth. They score, you score, they score, you score. Um, but at the end of the day, it just wasn't enough to be able to go ahead and win. And these two very comparable. Look at this. 270 yards for Drake May, 16 out of 31, two touchdowns and an interception. Baker Mayfield, 28 out of 43, three touchdowns. Baker's going to bake. I love Baker, man. He literally put that team on his back. Didn't really commit too many issues. So let's just go ahead and what do you call it? Let's just say it. When you need Baker to perform, he does every single time. Every single time. Now, with Drake May, he's giving you great production. He's being consistent. Do not take that away from yourselves, Patriots. Take care of your quarterback because clearly he's giving you great production. He's giving you great production. Trey Henderson, 147. Oh, sorry. Henderson, running back, 14 carries, two touchdowns, 147. Talk about being in the ground game. This is exactly what you need coming into the colder months of the season. You need to have your run game working. And having Henderson, Ramondre Stevenson is obviously one of their better running backs, but having Henderson also put out this type of production, if the Patriots have that 1-2 punch in the run game, this is going to be a very successful team in the cold. It's no other way of putting that. This is going to be a very successful team in the cold. I personally think if they continue to do this O line continue to protect their young guy, then yeah, this is exactly what's gonna do it. Henderson hit like a 40 and 50-yard touchdown run. It's beautiful. That's what you want. You want that success, not just especially in the run game, but with multiple guys. Obviously, you want your number one guy, but if you can get multiple guys to give you this type of production, and don't get me wrong, Buccaneers defense is nothing to snooze about. They're pretty good. Bucks defense is pretty good. So yeah, that's man. Look, Egbuka. Oh, I'm glad I picked him for next week. For what do you call it? For Tampa Bay, 6 receptions, one touchdown, 115 yards. Amazing. That's what do you call it? Yes, sir. Y'all being silly. And then Matt Collins, 6 receptions, 106 receiving yards. This is great production. Getting Matt Collins, who's really a wide receiver three, and getting this type of production for the Patriots is good. It's what they do. Nothing new with them. Nothing new. Both teams got a sack and pretty even on the tackles as well. Man, Tampa Bay was slotted to win this game. until they weren't. Now, Patriots had a lot more yards than the Buccaneers, but not enough in my um not in my mind to be that much of a difference. Now, they did have an interception, Buccaneers defense, which is good. First down trended towards the Buccaneers 24 versus 16. And penalties pretty even, 5-6. Same number of third downs completions. Difference is fourth down, 0 of 1 for the Bucks, 2 of 3 for the Patriots. That's a big difference. And in the red zone, the same thing. And that goes over 2 of 3 for the Bucks. Patriots were only 1 of 2. That time of possession was also in favor of the Buccaneers, 32.5 to 27.5. In all intents and purposes, the Buccaneers should have won this game, but the Patriots still found a way to win. New England right now sit on top of the AFC, tied for first, and on top of the AFC East at 8-2. The team behind them is going to be Buffalo, 2.5 games behind. That'll be the Buffalo Bills at 6-3. Then closely coming behind them, it's the Miami Dolphins at 3-7. Buccaneers, they sit tall. They sit tall. Right now, I don't think any other team besides Tampa Bay is winning this division. But Carolina's right there on their heels at 5-5. So it's not already G-Man. I'm gonna ask you one more time. Because I really, not just you, G-Man, everybody, do me a favor. Don't use that term, please. If you're gonna use booty, keep the booty. Okay? Don't use that particular word to describe booty. That's all I ask. Because I don't like it, So let's keep it a little bit classier. Thank you very much. Overall, ladies and gentlemen, and not just you, G-Man, that's for everybody. Playing in Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I'll tell you this. Or talk football. Yeah, that works too. I want to go to the stadium. Mostly because I want to see that ship. That's pretty much it. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, Patriots found a way to win. Winning teams do that. It's no other way of putting that. Winning teams find ways to win. Patriots absolutely found a way to win. Found a way to win. That's what you're gonna do. That's what you're gonna do. Now, next game that the Patriots have, again, going back to it, they're most likely going to beat the Jets. However, I will say this. It is a divisional game, and people want to pretend like, Patriots are about to blow out the Jets. You never know, because the entire world had the Bills blowing out the Dolphins, and it was the other way around. We destroyed the Bills. So I'm not going to put it past anybody else. This is a game that, yes, the Patriots should win handedly. However, any given Sunday, because we've seen this picture before, where the inferior team dominates or just squeak out a win. You know what I mean? So hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. That's what you got right there. And now let's go to the game in which I find to be absolutely hilarious to me. And that's going to be, oh man. There it is. Boom, 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 boom. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about, a pretty decent game. Pretty decent game. Let's keep it moving. Let's talk about the Buffalo Bills. You know what I mean? Let's talk about the Buffalo Bills. And this divisional game, the Buffalo Bills, man, they tried their hardest. Their darndest. Oof, they tried. They did their job, you know? Oh, they went out there in typical South Florida weather. Oh, it was really hot and humid. Wow. I was at this game, ladies and gentlemen. Ron, that could totally be. That's literally every divisional game. That's how that works out. Talking about blowout. I'm just saying. I didn't say that they were going to blow you out. I just said that any given Sunday, Jets could actually beat the Patriots this upcoming tonight. What am I talking about? Tonight. So, but yeah, the Bills came out. They gave their best. You know what I mean? Josh Allen trying to put everything on his back. And as you can see, it just wasn't enough. He was good enough not to be good enough. We had a better quarterback than they did. Period. But these two gentlemen right over here, Jalen Waddle and Devon Achane, put this team on the back, showing you that the Dolphins don't need a quarterback to win games. We just need a quarterback not to help us lose. That's pretty much it. Dolphins end 7-game losing streak against Bills with 30-13 win. I wish they would have been like Dolphins in a shocker blow out the Buffalo Bills. That would have been a better tagline. Tua Tagovailoa had only beaten Buffalo once in his career before Sunday. Good for him. But right here, this tells you everything you needed to know, ladies and gentlemen. Right here. Right here. Donut. Oh, 13 points. The Miami Dolphins defense came out on top. So a lot of fans who don't know, maybe in the opposing teams, that's why I gotta educate y'all. There were three big moves that the owner of the Miami Dolphins did. Number one, fire the 26-year long general manager in Christopher Greer. He also fired two other top front office staff of player personnel in a 20-year long and 20 and 32, so 28-year long and 32-year long tenured front office staff. We're making some changes. And right now, you can see that the team playing much better. Weaver coming out here and hey, it's a divisional. Let's be honest. Let's tell the truth. Bills were one interception away from being swept by the Dolphins. Buffalo Bills had it bad this year versus the Dolphins. We beat ourselves. But the Bills, they tried their darndest. But here comes the Miami Dolphins. See, it wasn't just a giveaway that the Bills hit. The Dolphins took the heart out of the Bills this game. They forced fumbles. Forced interceptions. Got after the quarterback. Made him uncomfortable in the pocket. I don't want to hear anybody about, oh, it was 80 degrees and humid. Like, what? Jeez, it was drizzling. Relax. But I'm not going to lie to you. In those 3.5 real-time hours that I was there, it was sunny as heck, super wet. It was bleak, cold, hot. Every weather situation you can think of, minus snow, was there in them 3.5 hours for sure. But regardless, still no excuse. Both teams had to play in it. Both teams had to show up and play in it. We did. Simple as that. But one thing that the Dolphins did in this game, we exposed the Bills. The Bills, unfortunately, they exposed themselves. A lot of people want to say, "Oh, it's from the Super Bowl hangover by beating the Chiefs." Is it though? You're talking about a top team, a Super Bowl aspirating team in the Buffalo Bills. They gave it their hardest versus Kansas City. They gave it their best versus the Dolphins. However, the Dolphins did something that is what I wanted them to do, which is focus on the run. If you know and if you've paid attention to Bills football, and I've said this for years, you need somebody else to be your number one running back besides Josh Allen. That is James Cook. He is their number one weapon on the ground. James Cook. Forget about wide receivers. Bills they don't believe in wide receivers, apparently. It's all about their tight ends. Now, Kincaid did go out with an injury. He'll be out for a few weeks, it looks like. But at the end of the day, they still had their run game until they didn't. It was clearly a main focus by the Dolphins defense to shut down the run and to get after the quarterback. So our defense turned out to be better after also, besides firing those three gentlemen, they also traded away their number one pass rusher in Jalen Phillips. So yeah, this definitely could be seen as a statement win by the Dolphins, because at the end of the day, whenever you have such a shakeup, that's what tends to happen. But every opportunity they could, I mean, let's be honest. One of these touchdowns, which by the way, the first touchdown, let's be honest, that was a gifted touchdown by the refs and a BS call of taunting. What? Absolutely not. With a late flag, just to try to help out their little precious Bills. Okay, whatever. They were scoreless. Three and a three and a quarter quarters. The Buffalo Bills were scoreless, ladies and gentlemen. They got a garbage time touchdown. That was their last touchdown, just to get some stats up, to get it to over double digits. But the Dolphins D was not having it. Our fourth quarter alone, we beat them. Forget first and second. Even in the fourth quarter alone, 13-14. Bills, they just got exposed. We brought out the blueprint of how to beat the Bills. Similar to how the Chargers and the 49ers did to the Miami Dolphins about 3 years ago in 2023, or 2 years ago, I guess. Yeah. When they exposed the Dolphins, or actually, they might have done it in 2022, if I'm not mistaken. And they exposed the Dolphins. It's the same thing here. We just exposed the Bills Dolphins. Most people should have known this already. But yeah, it's all the run game. When James Cook cooks, Bills are unstoppable. But when you expect the Bills to do everything by themselves, it's not going to happen. Miami Dolphins were 9.5-point underdogs. The over-under was 48.5 points. This ended up being a 43-point game. Sorry, the over-under was 50.5 points. And look, Tua Tagovailoa, 15 of 21, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 173 yards. Those 2 interceptions, the first one was in like 2 seconds of the game starting. Not enough to affect the game. Pissed me off, but not enough to affect the game. And that last interception didn't affect the game either. Josh Allen's interception was a 14-point swing because that interception was inside the end zone, A, and B, we scored a touchdown afterwards. That's a 14-point swing The only or the main reason why the Bills lost this game is because of Josh Allen. When you have to, and I've said this before with other quarterbacks, when your quarterback has to throw the ball 40 times, you're most likely you're not winning that game. That means you're one-dimensional as a team. And that means that you're easier to go ahead and get defeated. 28 of 42 touchdowns, 1 interception, 306 yards. It don't even matter. He doubled up the yards almost from what Tua had, and it doesn't matter. You can have all the yards in the world. If you're not putting up points, it is what it is. It is what it is. And at the end of the point, Tua Tagovailoa was the better quarterback, period, point blank. Tua was a better quarterback, better than Josh Allen in this game. Period. I have zero excuses for Tua. I still think he's a bum. He's the most expensive backup quarterback in the league right now. He just happens to be a number one option on purpose. So, yeah. The reason why James Cook, 53 yards on 13 carries, he got completely stopped. But on the opposite end, our run game was what made it happen. 174 yards by HN, 22 carries, 2 touchdowns. That's what made it happen. And this is why I say, even though Tua had 2 interceptions, again, the first one too early, you had the entire game to make up for it. The second one didn't affect the game. But he still did his job by getting the ball to where you needed to. He was a game manager. 84 yards by Waddle, 5 receptions, 1 touchdown. Shakir, the number one wide receiver option for the Bills, 58 yards, 7 receptions, no touchdowns. When you have your number one running back, number one wide receiver in under 60 yards, you're not having a lot of production, period. And by the way, shout out to Jordan Brooks. He's the number one tackler in the entire NFL with 105. The next guy coming up, I believe, is 93 tackles. Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. But take a look at these numbers. The Bills, Dolphins, pretty even. Turnovers, 2 fumbles and an interception by the Bills. Dolphins just had those 2 interceptions that thankfully didn't affect the game. They lost a turnover battle, the Bills. First downs were practically identical. 20 to Bills, 19 to the Dolphins. In penalties, pretty much the same. 6 for the Bills, 5 for the Dolphins. In third down conversion, the Bills had a lot more third down conversions, but a worse percentage. Dolphins were 3 of 9. They were 5 of 15. In fourth down, 1 of 2 for the Bills. In the red zone, we were 1 of 1. Bills were 0 and 1. And the time of possession was pretty much the same. I mean, 28 and a half for the Dolphins, 31 and a half for the Bills. It's pretty much the same. However, we were being a lot more efficient than the actual Bills. You got New England right now, number 1. Bills are 6-3. Buffalo right behind them, still in the hunt. Still have an opportunity. As long as they don't get eight losses, Miami still has an opportunity. They do. And this was at Hard Rock Stadium. They need to update this picture, y'all. Or keep it. I'm nostalgic to it, so I'll take it. But yeah. At the end of the day, the Bills were completely stopped by the Dolphins. Bills penalties hurt them. It hurt us too. But we took away the ball from them, enforcing 2 fumbles and picking the ball at the end zone. That's what won us the game. This was, to me, it was a great it was an all-team win. All-team win. But the offensive side of it didn't really get affected that much, positive or negative, by the quarterback. It could have been anybody. It was all running back, wide receiver. That's what won this game for the Dolphins. It did. It did. So the Dolphins came out on top and blew out the Bills. Let's go. I got to get out of here, guys. But I wanted to at least let y'all know that. They blew out the Bills. Bills, all type of Bills. Blood, Puerto Rican, Chinese Bills. So that's talking about the Dolphins, guys. I mean, technically it's both in one, but the next game coming up here, as you guys can see, it's going to be the Commanders, Dolphins, 9:30 game. First game in NFL in Spain, ladies and gentlemen, in Madrid. Dolphins are favored by 2.5 points. Both teams are 3-7. Commanders versus the Dolphins. 9:30 on NFL Network and the NFL Plus. Over under 47.5. I got this game going. I'm gonna give you my preview, my full preview tomorrow morning, Friday morning. But my full preview with Los Dolphins, because obviously, you gotta make it Spanish. So Los Dolphins. I got it 24-16 Dolphins. I still think Commanders are gonna put up points. I don't think it's gonna be like this blowout that most people think. But I would say the Los Dolphins are gonna be Los Commanders or Los Commies, right? Or Los Redskins. Really is what I should be saying. But yeah. So that's gonna be the Dolphins game, ladies and gentlemen. And the Buffalo Bills, they are gonna play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So good on the Buffalo Bills. Let's go back to Buffalo. Buffaloes are playing the Buccaneers. They are favored 5.5 points. 1:00 on CBS. Both teams 6-3. Let's see who becomes a victor. Now, over under 48.5 with this particular game, a couple key things that you guys need to keep in mind. Buccaneers are going to be without Godwin, Evans, and Bucky Irving. Their top 3 offensive players. And Bills are the Bills. That's pretty much it. I actually got the Bills winning this game, but not by much. 24-23, like barely escaping the Buccaneers. Buccaneers have a great defense. And that offense, although Buccaneers offense is lacking, they still got Cade Otton. I love that tight end, man. Amazing tight end. They still got some other pieces as well. So it's not to say that, what do you call it? That the Buccaneers don't have players, because they do. They still got this young man in Egbuka. So he's going to be the number 1 wide receiver. It's nice to see another guy step up for the Buccaneers. We'll see exactly how that gets affected. Oh, geez. I forgot I had this poll up. Let me end this poll. Yeah, most of y'all think that the Patriots are going to beat the Jets. Like I'm sure most of y'all think the Bills are probably going to beat the Buccaneers. But I'm seeing. I like it 27-17 Dolphins. Okay, JD, I see you. JD also says Bucks 21-17 Bills. Hey, it definitely could happen that way. But I still think the Bills will eke this out. Now, I'll tell you this, though. The Buffalo Bills cannot afford. They can afford another loss. That's not what I mean. They could lose. Oh, whatever. Oh, they're in a skid. Whatever. Relax, Bills fans. What they can't afford is getting blown out again. Because if they come out here and they get blown out by the severely depleted Buccaneers at home, then you're going to have to really have some concerns. Because if they lose, I'm not worried about the Bills losing. I still think they're going to make the playoffs. But ain't no way. If the Bills get blown out, you're going to tell me you're not concerned about the Bills as a Bills fan. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You're not gonna convince me not to think that the Bills have some massive problems if they get blown out. But I don't see it. I don't see it. I still think the Bills will win. They're at home, but I think this is gonna be a much closer game than what people think. And guys, if you want to go ahead and see the rest of the NFL pick'ems, my co-host color commentary from the Phins tailgate and myself last night had an awesome show. It ended up being very long, 4 hour show plus. But the first 2 hours, it's all about the games. The last 2 hours is all about fun. So if you want to hear a nice podcast, go check it out. Last night's show on League Y Wednesdays with myself and Mr. Color Commentary. Amazing game. But yeah, this Buccaneers Bills game, it's gonna be very interesting in my opinion. But I still got the Bills eking it out. I think they'll make it happen. If I'm gonna be honest with you. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Look, I'm going to show you one last thing because I think it's important. These teams are still fighting for it. They're still fighting for it. They still have an opportunity to be successful, except, no offense, the Jets are cooked. Like, the Jets are done. They're not gonna, no. Just being honest. Jets are cooked. But I still think that they're gonna make it happen. You know what I mean? Now let me go ahead and show y'all this real quick. Oh man. This is a tankathon, ladies and gentlemen. This is exactly what I wanna hurry up and show y'all this and keep it moving. Tennessee 1, New England's 2, Giants 3, Cleveland 4. The Jets are 2-7 right now. And they're fifth. They got the fifth overall pick. Miami is behind them. Las Vegas 6, Miami is 7th. That's to be expected. Right now, Buffalo's at 23 and New England at 28. Those are important numbers, guys. Those are very important numbers. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you the standings. This is the playoff picture, guys. Right here. You got the Colts tied for first. Well, technically, no, they are tied for first, but obviously strength of schedule, all that good stuff. That's going to be determine a lot of different reasons why they're number one. But yes, Colts are number one at 8-2. Denver is number 2 at 8-2. Patriots at number 3 at 8-2. They're all top in the AFC right now. Pittsburgh 5-4, leading their division. They're the 4th seed. You got Chargers at 7-3. Buffalo narrowly staying at 6 because the Jags lost. Had the Jags won, Buffalo would have been the 7th seed, and Jacksonville the 6th seed. But that's where you have it. You still got teams in the hunt for that 7th seed, maybe even 6th seed. With Kansas City at 5-4, Houston 4-5, Baltimore 4-5, Cincinnati 3-6, and the last team that mathematically really is still in the hunt is the Miami Dolphins at 3-7. Any of these teams get 8 losses, and I think that's it for them. So right now, yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see what ends up happening. But there's still enough opportunities here for these teams to still make a wave. Barring a complete collapse from the Bills, I still think the Bills might squeeze into to the what do you call it? To the playoffs. So we gotta see. But shout out to everybody, all 50 of y'all in the building. Thank you so much for coming through. Do me a favor if you haven't done so already. And you like the content, thank you so much, guys. Please come over here to YouTube. I'm really trying to get to 2,000 subs, guys. Oh man, that'd be amazing. We just crossed 1,700. Thank you and shout out to all of you guys for subscribing and showing up, showing your love. Shout out to all the members who consistently support the channel every month with their donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really do appreciate it. And everybody else, guys, it's free. If you want to support, come over here, watch on YouTube, hit that like button, subscribe. That's 100% free. It's a great way for you to go ahead and support the channel. So please go ahead and do so. Again, this is Miss Phins. I'm Miss Phins. Come check out. Like I said last night, we had a great show on League Wide Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. That was a phenomenal show where we were able to go ahead and break down the entire NFL for you, give you our pick'ems, give you our review for the week before. So a recap. It was a great show. Go ahead and check it out. Amazing, guys. But do me a favor, hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe. And as always, guys, love you guys. Tonight should be an interesting game. Patriots, Jets. Let's see who wins in the division. Hey, I'm going to give the Jets the same thing I gave the Dolphins, a 3% chance. But guess what? That 3% hit. So, hey, good luck, Jets. Good luck, Patriots. As long as it's not the Bills this year, I'm happy. And we'll deal with the Patriots being back later. Love you guys. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Take care and bye-bye.